Oh. All right, man, we live.
All right, we're live. We're live with the first two live Jew and a black dude, and right now we only got one live Jew and a black dude because we got family obligations with the other live Jew. This week we're going to talk about just mainly just things around OFG that are mostly important. We're going to talk about the main topic we're going to talk about is the top 5 power rankings, which are important because I mean, who doesn't want to be the best in the league? We're also going to talk about the reinsurgence of the dominance in New York. We got 2 teams in New York right now that could possibly make it to the Super Bowl. We got the MVP debate, just a few guys in the MVP right now running. I mean, nobody's really taking stride to who really wants the MVP, but it's still early in the season. We got Coach of the Year. Who wants to be the Coach of the Year? I mean, I know the Cleveland Browns want to be Coach of the Year, but we're playing terrible. But, you guys know, he's free to sign back here. You guys will see what's going on. And we just got surprises around the league. We'll just talk about a few things. Be a nice little show. So, first of all, we'll start with the resurgence of New York football. The New York Giants and the New York Jets are both pretty damn good. So we'll see what Ali has to say about those Giants because I'm sure he's got a lot to say about those 7-0 New York Giants.
Absolutely. We're doing everything the real New York Giants are not doing. Good defense, good offense, low turnovers, 6 turnovers for the whole season.
Damn.
That's why.
I'm pretty sure Eli Manning has 6 turnovers every week, but it's a different
Leave
team.
Eli out of this. Leave Eli out of this. 6 turnovers through 7 games. We're not running the ball well, though. We got to run the ball better. We're only averaging about 3.5 yards a carry. In Madden world, that's ridiculous.
Which is crazy because you got that AFC reigning player of the year on offense right there with Tippy Toe Tate. He should be.
I don't know, man. I want my money's back. Buyer's remorse.
And you gave him that large contract. Can't even give him back to me. $11.5 million cap penalty.
Yeah, he's killing me. He had a decent game though versus a tough run defense, 90 yards on 24 carries. So
that's not bad. Get back there. That's what you got to do though. He was averaging 25.
Yeah, the Cowboys up, but
so yeah, definitely. I think you guys are still doing the right thing now.
We keep giving them the ball. We'll be okay. But as long as we keep the turnovers down, play our defense, we're going to be okay. It's the same formula the Jets are using.
I mean, the Jets are playing good. I mean, Nick Foles, that was a good trade for him. He got rid of Geno Smith and Michael Vick. Those are big guys, big name guys that he got rid of because he got a good quarterback. He got the quarterback he wanted. And that's tough to see when in Madden because you really can't do that often. Just get the guy that you want. And he did, it seems like. I think it's going to be good. I think he's got deep run right in him right now. So we'll see how he does the rest of the season. But he's got 2 real good wins against the NFC East. I couldn't even say that NFC East is bad. I wish I could, but I can't. So.
Yeah, those are some pretty shocking wins. I had him losing both those games.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
Yeah, him coming back to win those games is pretty shocking. Well, not shocking now if you look at it. The 3rd-ranked defense.
No, it's not shocking if you look at his overall success at OFG. It's really not. It's shocking because how bad he was last year. He wasn't even bad. He lost that Week 17 game.
Yeah, he was. But in that division, I would expect him to be doing better.
No,
I think Tim could do better in the AFC.
Definitely, I expect him in that weak AFC East. I feel like he should be winning all the AFC East games. I mean, the Bills are good. Bills got good
even the weak AFC.
Oh, throwing that shot early, knockout punch early. Okay.
A little bit of weak AFC. He should be undefeated.
I do want to say though, last year you guys said all that NFC, and who won the Super Bowl? An AFC squad.
So that's King Doug. I never bet against Doug.
Can't count Doug out if he loses that game. So he loses that.
Doug is the most consistent Madden player in OFG history. I said it right here.
I could definitely agree with that. It's like wherever he goes,
he's going to win. Player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't count him out.
Yeah. It would have been scary if he would have took over the Seattle Seahawks when we gave him that opportunity. It would have been scary for the NFC. I wonder how that would have worked out. It's always.
You're not going to say our missing guest would have probably been crying.
I'm going to go with he's probably not going to agree with you.
Yeah, he would have went back to the Chargers.
Oh, that's funny. But so yeah, we're going to say. I mean, what's your prediction, Mr. New York Giants? What's your prediction for the year?
Well, for the Giants, I think we can finish 14-2. We always have a slip up here and there. I think the Eagles has always given me a hard time. So, but 16-0 is a realistic goal.
Definitely be that.
I think we get.
That's tough though. 16-0. Once you're 16-0, you got to win that Super Bowl. That's a waste. Waste of time.
That's it. Yeah. That's all my goal is, the Super Bowl. I was one play away from at least tying the championship game.
Yeah.
So I'm only thinking Super Bowl. We're not thinking just playoffs.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl or bust, man. Definitely how you performed last year, how you're performing now, it's Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, I don't care anything about this season. It's about the Super Bowl.
Definitely.
Got to win another one.
So, I mean, I'm going to say, I'll go with you. I'll go 15-1. I'm going to say you're going to lose. You're going to slip up that one game. I don't know if it's against the Eagles again or maybe the Cowboys or just a random team you're just going to slip up against. I'll say 15-1.
Yeah.
But, you're definitely got a good squad going. That's great to see. And then for the Jets.
Now the Jets, on the other hand, looking at their schedule, they got some tough ones in there. They got the Chiefs coming up.
That should be the game.
Dolphins
that week.
Yeah, Dolphins is always tough. They got the Titans left. So last week I picked the Dolphins to win the division. I'm changing that obviously to the Jets.
Yeah, I could
to win the division. Yeah, I think the number 2 seed in the AFC is in their sights.
Yeah, definitely.
If Kansas City doesn't slip up.
In Kansas City, I mean, look at them last year. They slipped up. They lost the last 5 games, it felt like. So, I mean, they could honestly slip up again. Maybe 1 injury, 2 injury, maybe Jamal Charles goes down. Those Kansas City Chiefs might drop that number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yep. And then don't count Doug out.
Doug could be the number 6 seed, play all his games on the road, and still somehow make it to the AFC Championship game. So,
and still make the championship.
He's got
I agree.
You got Peyton Manning. As long as you got Peyton Manning on your team, anybody can.
Can't go wrong.
Nah.
And I just don't bet against Doug anymore. I'm just not going to do that no more.
No. You can't. You really can't. You really can't.
If it's me and Doug in the Super Bowl, I'm picking Doug.
I'm gonna let him play the computer because at this point, so I should have did an AFC Championship game last year.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was our first topic. So maybe let's go to MVP right now. My top 3 MVPs are really actually 2. I'm gonna go with the Giants quarterback or the defending reigning MVP, LaShawn McCoy. My only thing is Ollie's got that quarterback at 19 touchdowns and
21 touchdowns.
21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions through 7 games. Those are great stats. I mean, Madden stats, you at least got 10 interceptions through these 7 weeks. He's got 4 picks. If he can keep that route up, the Giants are going to be one of the best teams in the OFG, and also he's going to win. He's going to have that trophy at the end of the year. And those are my 2. I mean, I would love to have 5, but I don't see 5. I see maybe the Minnesota Vikings, if they continue the winning streak they got going right now, or just winning overall attitude. I can see maybe Bridgewater, but I can't justify. He's got 12 interceptions. You can't justify that. So I'm going to go with 2. I got 2 guys right now that are running. What about you? What you got?
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that one. I think it's between McCoy and Nassib. Nassib was injured on me twice last year, both broken collarbone.
Yeah.
So he's on injury alert. And what's funny about McCoy is he only gets the ball 16 times a game.
Yeah, that's
so
really not that much.
Yeah, it's not that much. He only gets the ball 60 times, averaging 9 yards a carry. And I think with the injuries the Eagles always have to their quarterbacks, McCoy is, to me, because I know Ryan Nassib, if he gets hit right, this is not a message to the league to hit my quarterback. But if he gets hit right, he could be injured. McCoy is just. Plus, I played McCoy so many times, I just know I hate the dude.
Yeah.
Seems like I think Sean knows that.
Yeah. Either he's going to blow up for the rest of the year, or he's.
I think it's a two-man race. I think it's a two-man race. Don't count out Bridgewater. Hacksaw is in my other league, and his quarterback is E.J. Manuel with the Bills, and he's won 2 MVPs in the game.
Yeah.
So the guy is a quarterback player. He does his thing with the quarterback.
He's got those.
I wouldn't count out Bridgewater.
He's got the wide receivers to go along with the quarterback, and that's really what you need in this league. If you're going to pass the ball a lot, you got the receivers. He's got 3 of them. He's got a good tight end, and Adrian Peterson. You can't count Adrian Peterson out. That New York.
Can't count him out. Cordell Patterson leads the league in yardage and touchdowns. So, I wouldn't count out Bridgewater. It's a two-player race, and Bridgewater tailing in the end.
Yeah, definitely. So next, we'll just go to, since we're staying at the debate for yearly awards, we'll go to Coach of the Year. And right now, it's down to a couple guys. Maybe Ali, of course. Definitely the Chiefs coach. The Chiefs have, if they could finish strong this year and not fall apart like last year, I think they got a long, good route there. And I would say Brett. Brett had a good team last year, but it seems like Brett's a different player, playing offense pretty well. I would have to throw Brett in there too. Who else you got? Even Hacksaw. Hacksaw came in. Suppose he's the first player in OFG, but according to him, that's what he is. But I don't agree with that at all. So I'd probably go those 4 right now. Maybe I don't know. Couldn't maybe throw in Tim just because of big wins, but I think those 4 are really where it's at right now.
Yeah, I like the guys that do the most with the least.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at Rustin's Rams.
Yeah.
If he wins that division, he's got a young quarterback, rookie quarterback, rookie running back, young receivers.
Wait, you mean
so the Rams could be up there.
The wide receiver running back? Is that? Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. He's a running back now, so he was months ago he was a receiver, but he's a running back now.
He's definitely a running back.
He's doing good yardage. So and he's winning some close games. The 49ers are stacked. Not that Brett picked them just for that reason, at least on defense. But he's got a lot on defense. So the guys are doing at least more with less. I think those guys are. The Jets don't have a great deal of great players.
No, they don't.
So Tim, so Tim's not doing a lot with that team. The Cowboys don't have a lot of players. So if any of those coaches, at least get in the playoffs, I think they definitely should be mentioned for Coach of the Year.
Get in the playoffs, or even just win. Even if they only win 1 game in the playoffs, if they advance their team that far, I think it's got to give it to them. Just because.
Yeah, you
Really.
definitely gotta look at those guys. That's doing a lot with little bit,
Yeah.
especially the quarterback. I think the quarterback position is huge this year, Madden.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're winning with a bad quarterback,
Mm.
you're doing some good work.
Yeah, really for sure. So we'll just go to the next thing. The main topic we were going to talk about today was just the top five power rankings, and of course, no surprise here, we got number one, the New York Giants. New York Giants have did what they're supposed to do. They won last year. They're going to win, keep winning. It's that team. Who's going to knock that team off? Last year was Sean. Sean knocked them off here. Number two, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. With the collapse they had last year, I think it could happen again. I really want to say it could, but as long as Jamal Charles does not get hurt, they're not going to have an issue. Number three, we got the San Francisco 49ers, who Brett is supposed to be here with us, but he's got family emergencies or family issues or whatever you want to call it.
Baby,
Yeah, baby troubles. So Brett's there. He's got a good defense. He's got, I would say, a mediocre offense, mediocre to average, above average at best. If he could score points on offense, that defense is going to stop you enough to win. Then at number four, we got the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings, again, have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. One of the best wide receiver cores, one of the best running backs, and a top tight end, pretty good tight end. They usually got a good offense going, he's scoring points. Defense is playing well. And then at number five, I have the New York Jets, who has really good wins against the Eagles as well as the Cowboys. However, they did lose to the number one team, the New York Giants. So that's pretty interesting to see that he could beat two of the NFC East teams, but not the third. So that's my top five. I don't know if Ali's got his top five ready or not, but let's see if he does. Who's his top five?
I'm not gonna change to number one. Not gonna do that. Still number one. I'm gonna actually move Brett up to number two.
Okay.
Number two on the rankings. I think he's got some. The win against the Rams, Rustin is a really good player. So that was a good win for him. And I think he's getting better. I actually think he's the second best team in the NFC right now. So I think he's pretty tough. The defense, it's tough. So I'm gonna move him up to number two. Number three, I'm gonna put at the Vikings. I don't discount offense, but I think, again, knowing these players already, some of these are new to you guys, but I know them, and I think, don't let Hacksaw fool you. The guy can play.
Don't
You
let him
know what
lie to
he's
you.
doing with the quarterback. In 2 years, he got E.J. Manuel to 99 overall in
Yeah.
my league. So the guy knows what he's doing. At number, where I'm at, 3, 4,
Yeah. At number four.
at 4, I'm gonna put the Jets. At the Jets, I think they got two good wins. I think their game versus me, I don't think they were as bad as they played.
Okay.
I think a couple of bad things went wrong in that game. I think Tim is better than the game we played,
Mm-hmm.
which it showed in the Dallas and Eagles game. Number 5 is Eagles.
Damn, just
Yeah.
discontinuing what the Kansas City Chiefs
The
have done.
Chiefs haven't done enough yet to me. So the
Damn.
Chiefs are outside of 5. The Eagles still, to me, Sean knows what he's doing. He's always right there. Last year, he only lost really one user game.
Yeah.
And, well, two if you count the Super Bowl.
I'm
So,
gonna count week 3 as a user game too. I mean, I made sure he lost. I pressed the button. I made sure he lost.
you guys did hit me up with, we're gonna help you out, man. So I appreciate that. But I'm gonna have to put Sean number 5.
Okay.
I played them enough. I think the Eagles are still scary. Their offense is very serious, and when he gets it rolling, I mean, you could lose 58-10 versus him.
Yeah, definitely. He can blow you out real quick.
Yeah, or to beat him, you have to score 50 points.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I put the Eagles. Chiefs, Actually, believe it or not, I would even put the Chiefs 7th, and I'll put Doug 6th.
Damn.
No
That's gonna start some fires, man. That is
no
definitely gonna start some
disrespect
fires.
to the Chiefs, they haven't done enough yet. It's only week 6.
Yeah,
If I look up week 10 and they're 10-0, then I'll say they're for real. But
yeah.
right now, they're up and coming,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen up and coming teams blow up. No disrespect, but we're still waiting for Troy to get that Super Bowl, and he's always winning during the season. So,
Not
I
this
think,
team. He fell apart
well,
after
not this year.
that dominance.
What's up, Troy? What's going on?
He fell apart, man. After that 19-0 win against the Browns, it seems like he had a steam. And was like, okay, it's my Super Bowl. Now he's done.
Yeah, what's up, Troy? But the Chiefs, I still think, and they played I think they played the Brown. When did they play the Broncos? Let me see here. Or did they already play them once?
I don't know if they played him once or not. I'm positive about that. I don't think
I'm
they have played
pulling
him.
it up now. I mean, they like I said, they're a good team.
Yeah, they are. A
No
good team.
disrespect to them.
He knows what he's doing. You got to earn that respect here in this league. He's new still.
They got the Broncos next week. And you know what? My game of the week was the Jets Miami. I think I'm going to change my game of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be Broncos Chiefs.
Yeah, it's in Arrowhead too.
Arrowhead.
Stadium to win. That's
In Arrowhead.
Do it.
This is a big game too for both teams because if the Chiefs lose, they only lose one game. But now you give the fuel to make a second half run.
Definitely.
This is the Chiefs' chance to bury Doug in the West.
Definitely. He'd be sitting at 8-0, and Doug would be sitting at I want to say 4-3, something like that. Now it might not even be 4-3.
He'd be 4-4.
4-4. That's tough too. A team's 8-0 and 4-4. That's tough coming back from. You're not winning that division.
The Chiefs would have a chance to bury Doug in the West.
I agree.
In his, his tombstone would be a Super Bowl, so you can't really be too upset about that part.
No, he does that trophy. Trophy sitting on top of it.
Yeah, just put the trophy there and relax. But the Chiefs, and if they win, I'll put them in my top 5.
Yeah, okay. That works for me. I can see that.
So,
I just
game of the week.
I just can't do 4 top NFC teams in the top 5. I just can't do that. So I gotta throw that. Best AFC team, in my opinion, right now is Kansas City Chiefs. So I mean, that's just my opinion.
It's a little bit of bias,
mm-hmm.
but like I said, I think Philly's had the Cowboys lost.
If the Cowboys didn't lose last week, if that first game didn't get disconnected against you last night, he was on a roll. I think it would have been tough for you to overcome that. But it seemed like when it started that.
It was only 10-7.
Yeah.
At the disconnect.
And
I had the ball back.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. I remember watching it. It was 10-0. So
yeah, no, it was 10-7, and so the game would have been as tough. I don't think it would have been the blowout that we had in the last matchup. But I don't think he has enough offense just yet. No, I'll see in our next matchup.
Well, you figure DeMarco Murray. I mean, I know he's searching for a replacement for him now. DeMarco Murray, he's playing well. He's playing real well.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
And I think he's winning off defense, which is how I had to win last year. But now I got some offense. I think that Dallas, But we'll see what happens. Maybe he can get enough offense before the season is. But I've seen him. He's out looking for a running back now. So.
Yes.
It's going to be tough to.
Give him Tippy Toe Tate. Tippy Toe Tate with a nice little
Tippy Toe.
Third place, he'd go there. Third time's a charm.
Tippy Toe going to stop tippy toeing in our backfield, and he's going to get his ass up and run. That's what's going to happen. I done paid him all this money. It's time for him to run.
He got that money, man. That's all he wants. He's like, I got the money now. I'm good. I don't got to run no more.
No. It's time for him. It's time for him to get some weight in that caboose, and let's get this train rolling. Let's go, Tippy Toe. Look for him to run next 9 games 5 100-yard rushing games.
Okay. I'll make sure to keep
5.
track.
So
'Cause,
keep track.
Before the season, we made that little thing that if he didn't get 15 yards, you were going to give it back to me. So I'll be waiting. Be waiting in my
You will. You will.
phone.
You know what? Because I'll be glad to get rid of him if he can't get 1,000 yards in Madden football. If I can't get 1,000 yards with a running back in Madden football, I'm going to kill myself right here on this chat. So,
So what's your surprise of the year? What is your surprise of so far through 8 games? What's your surprise? Who's your surprise team? What's your surprise player?
my surprise is I called out the older guys, the guys that used to win, and most of them, Tim, Gray, have responded.
Mm-hmm.
But Jimmy and his Panthers.
What is up with Jimmy?
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know if he's working too much going on, but he's always been a control of that NFC South in our last 3 Maddens, and we haven't seen him. So Jimmy, I'm calling you out, man. In my surprise, you were the one I thought would rebound.
He did good in the offseason. He got Randall Cobb. He got Cam Newton still. Cam Newton's got to dominate sooner or later.
Yeah, he tried to run it back.
Yeah, he got the offensive weapons he needs to succeed in this year. I'd give him last year because they got rid of all their players. He didn't really have anybody to go with. He was going with receivers you've never heard of for a few years. Now he's got the players. I think this is his year to rebound, and he hasn't yet. So I'm waiting, still waiting. I agree with you.
That's my surprise. I mean, and right now, Jamie is at 4-4, could run away with the division.
Yeah, which is the exact same thing as that real NFC South. Is you might win the division being under 500.
So I'm calling Jimmy. You're calling you out, Jimmy. You're my surprise of the season so far.
Definitely.
Who's your surprise?
My surprise is the Cleveland Browns. I know I'm biased. Cleveland Browns.
You think?
But we were 13-3 last year. 13-3. We switched over to a better quarterback. Johnny Manziel's a 90 overall and plays like he's a 60. This whole season he's looked like he did last Sunday in real life. I don't get it. Last year he played well when I put him in. He had like 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Maybe it was because I was putting him in the spots that he needed to be in. I'm this close to going back to Brian Hoyer. I have a bye this week coming up. If Brian Hoyer's confidence can get over a 90 confidence, he will start when I play the Broncos after my bye.
Oh, wow. Here, breaking news. Brian Hoyer may start.
Will start. And Johnny Manziel will be on the trade block. His 90 overall, his athleticism, somebody's going to want him. Somebody will take him. I might go from 3 first-round picks to 4. And then I'll pause the draft every single damn time that I'm on the board. So that's my surprise, is the Cleveland Browns. But I still think we're going to make the playoffs. I'm still calling the Browns will make the playoffs.
You do see who your next opponent is.
I do.
Okay.
I still think I can beat Doug. I know I lost last year in the AFC Championship game. But I think my team's better. I really do. And Josh Gordon will be back that game. He comes back from injury. He had 45 receptions for 720-some yards receiving. Led the league in everything. Somehow his magic number is 11 catches a game before he gets hurt. So he will have 10 catches for 150 yards because I will not throw to him that all the time. That's not happening. Wow. But Josh Gordon's going to come in. He's going to dominate Talib. He's going to dominate that Trader and Ward. He's going to dominate all those Broncos defenders. And it might be Brian Hoyer throwing to him.
Wow. Well, would that put Johnny Manziel on the trade block next year?
That would. If Brian Hoyer starts this coming week and doesn't get hurt the rest of the year where I have to put Johnny back in or plays decent to where I don't have to put Johnny back in, Johnny Manziel will be on the trade block. And that's...
You heard it. You heard it here first. More breaking news.
I cannot stand how bad he's playing right now. But the thing is, he's not playing bad. It just feels like he's playing bad. His stats are decent. I mean, he's got a lot of interceptions, but that's just bad throws. bad my part. But he's got like 1,600 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns. I don't want to run him because I don't want to get him hurt, but I'm about to.
What's weird? You know what's weird? I'm looking at your stats now. You're ninth in offense and 10th in defense, which is really good. You're in the top 10 in both offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
But you're 28th in the run.
I can't.
You traded big.
And then I traded.
Just saying.
It is. That's the problem. Tippy Toe Tate ran hard for me last year. And then I just had to trade him.
We got Tippy Toe Richardson.
Yeah, I don't even play him, though. Don't even play him. You know where I went to this past week? Is Terrence West. Terrence West had decent carries, like 47 yards and 11 carries. Watch out for him. If he gets 25 carries like Tate used to get, when Brian Hoyer was the quarterback, he might be the next big thing in Cleveland. So we'll see what he does next. See how the bye works out. We're gonna see how it works.
This next game is for your playoffs, possibly.
Definitely. Can't drop the 3 and 6.
If Greggs keeps winning.
Cannot drop. I needed that win.
But then again,
needed it.
You're in the AFC, so.
Dude, I could be 6 and 10 in the AFC, right?
And win it all.
So we got the game of the week next week set as the Broncos versus Chiefs. Like we talked about earlier, I think the Miami New York game would be good because, like you said, they played for the division last year. So, Week 17, and Tim came up short. I wonder how the playoffs would have worked last year if Tim didn't lose. That's always been right there. So that's gonna be a good game of the week, though. It'll be good to watch, fun to watch. I know Doug hates streaming his games, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, Doug, that game is getting streamed. Game of the week.
So that pretty much wraps up all the topics I had. I will continue this next week, I'm sure, which went pretty well, I think. So seemed like it was a good show.
Yeah, man, pretty cool. And when we have Brett back, we'll have our comic relief.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to make our own jokes. We'll make the corny jokes for us.
You know, I hope he wears a hat too. You know, looking at his bald head and everything. But
man, you know what else?
What we have
maybe we'll bring a guest on next week. Maybe we'll bring the winner of that game of the week. Because I'm sure that if Doug wins, he's gonna talk mad shit. And I know he's a comedian, so maybe he has some good material.
I agree. Yeah, we're gonna get the game of the week on the show next week.
Definitely.
Game of the week winner.
Yeah,
on the show next week.
Sounds good to me.
So, all right, sir. Well,
all right.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely. OFG was fun. We'll see you next week. And 2 live Jew and a black dude. We'll have a good time. See you later.
Later.